Welcome back. It's time for our BNI San Diego podcast, and we're doing one of our My BNI Story episodes with the amazing Gavin Ha. Gavin, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Ed, and hello, everybody. I'm really excited to be here because I, as you can see through my hat, am a very passionate BNIer, if that's even a word.
So where'd you get the hat?
So shout out to our guy, Pedro Guerrero of Deonda G Printing and Apparel, who is our official printer and apparel guy at BNI Growth Unlimited. He basically was passionate about our chapter and BNI. And when we were doing a swag bag giveaway for our Visitors Day.
And he did it on his own.
He did it on his own. He said, hey guys, just give us the size of your head and we'll print out a bunch. And he literally had it. And I was like, whoa, this is...
I need to hit him up for one.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to give you a referral, Pedro, directly to Ed Wilson now. But no, he did a great job. The embroidery was top notch and the hat looks great.
It's awesome.
But yeah.
So Gavin, you've been in BNI now for just over a year, right?
That's right. I'm the youngest BNI guy. Literally, I joined last spring of 2024, and I'm now the president of
your chapter. Brand new president.
Brand new.
A week in.
Yeah.
1 week in.
Yeah.
So wait, how did you go from brand new in BNI and now you're all in, you're the president? I mean, how does that happen?
Well, all I gotta say is that I felt like I came home the first day I joined BNI. Here's the backstory. Shout out to Andy Cruz, who's behind the camera right now with headphones. I went to their chapter. I was invited by their health insurance guy, Jim Lowther. And he basically invited me as a photographer, not knowing that I also do video. So by the time I get there, I meet Andy, and Andy was a cool guy right away because he's another videographer that talks about business and is passionate about business. And immediately I felt that vibe. I'm like, whoa, this is great. I was greeted by this awesome guy that is passionate about his business. So I get into their chapter, I see the routine, and everybody is doing public speaking, and I'm a passionate guy about public speaking. And immediately just seeing the way the business was run and seeing the topics that you talked about, it was a platform that everybody is set up to win.
Yep.
And innately, you don't even have to read any pamphlets or be told blatantly
what to do.
It's in there. It's right in the actions of it. And so through that, I said, okay, well, I don't want to be just a photographer. You know, maybe there's another chapter. And this is the backstory of why, thanks to Andy, like I was able to go find another chapter. So I find another chapter near me, and BNI Growth Unlimited was the open spot. And being at that chapter, they also ran it great. And I immediately was just attuned with this culture of a winning environment. And that was exactly what propelled me to instantly join. And when 5 to 6 months came in, afterwards, there was an opening for leadership. And I thought, man, you know, this place, within 5 months, I not only paid off my BNI membership, I had business coming in right away, cross-chapter business, okay? And I immediately saw the opening for Secretary Treasurer. And
it's a great intro into leadership.
Me just being motivated with all these things and opportunity in general, I stepped in. And that from there served the year. And then when the new leadership opening came through, presidential role came in, I already saw how things were run. I said, hey, why not? Let's do it.
In a very successful chapter, watching the leadership, and especially now, because you're now up front with everyone. You're up front with the president and vice president, and you go, this is something I want to do. This is, and I love the term that you used. You said, I'm home.
Yeah. This
is home for me.
Yeah.
What excites you about BNI?
What excites me about BNI is with a lack of better terms, is the system that is set up for everyone to not only win, but to garner genuine relationships. And I think I'm probably not the only one who says this, but I feel that I am in a room full of authentic beings, and everybody has a backstory. We were talking about this prior to recording. And I think that because there is a natural filter of finding other people that want to be there, you're surrounded by people that have the same trajectory as you. We all want a thriving business. We all want real relationships, and we all want to give back in some way. And so you have a platform that has all of these elements. You can't say no to that.
And it's self-propelling. It's like as you come in, what most of you didn't see was before we started filming, you were like ready to jump out of your skin with the excitement.
Oh man.
Just being involved in this amazing organization.
No, and I'm glad you reminded me of that. And that's the thing. I might not sound excited, but you have no idea that in this soul right here within is this beaming enthusiasm. And entheos, the root word of entheos, means the God within. And that pulled me just seeing how everyone came in talking about their business. And I'm like, whoa, these guys just love what they do. And being in an environment in there allowed me to do the same. And also jumping into the opportunities that it provided beyond just like serving the chapter. I saw that I was a little bit more than just my my seat. And I had insurance people telling me like, hey, have you thought about selling insurance? Other people were looking to provide opportunity, and it was just like this place of just of growth.
And you're enjoying it.
I'm enjoying it, man. Like, and you can, as you can see here, last spring, and here I am in the end of beginning of Q4, 2025, and just move in to see more possibilities.
So how long have you been in business?
I've been in business for officially, so I had to take a break because I ended up working for an e-com company, and total of 15 years.
Okay.
So up till now. And the business was always kind of teetering. I was always on this whole, and this is just pure, open-ended conversation where I wasn't perfect, and I was constantly just figuring things out. And as you know, most entrepreneurs just jump in and they figure things out.
That term in business, we call it scrappy, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and even the company I was working for, we had scrappy dudes, and I just kept seeing that, you know what, you just got to keep doing it. Just whatever your idea you have, just try it out, and we'll reiterate. And through that progress over perfection, I kept jumping into different things. But BNI was the one thing that was like providing a absolute foundation to seeing structure. And it wasn't like the structure that keeps you bounded. It was a structure that provided you a blueprint for you to build upon.
Ooh, I love that, right? Because a lot of times people come into BNI and we're very structured.
Yeah.
And if you like structure, you like it, you love it, you fit in, it's home. If you don't, I don't want to be held accountable for why do we have to take roll for attendance? Why do we have to do this?
Yeah.
Why do we have to do that? What I love what you just said is that accountability, it builds your foundation, it builds your structure so that you have something you're building upon.
Yeah. And I'm glad you mentioned that. And that's the thing where for example, like we have this thing called traffic lights, right? It monitors the progress of the activities that we do within our chapter. I actually find that to be a natural state of order for me. Like, and what I mean by that is that I'm doing one-to-ones. I'm constantly building new relationships, maintaining and strengthening the relationships I have with all of my members and other chapters too, like the new people I meet. The CEUs, I'm constantly learning.
So those are education units for those of you who may not know.
Right. And it's a great measuring tool to be able to allow us to see our progress in what we're learning, Are we putting our time in the right places? Are we reading the right books? And if we don't have anything, I could always hit up you or Andy or anybody in my chapter. Hey, what are you reading? And I get recommendations.
Right here.
And the number one of all, and this doesn't sum everything, but it's the thank you for closed business. Having a place to monitor if I'm doing referrals, these things are what we should be doing as business people. And I think BNI provides that blueprint foundation that we could build upon. And I just see everything as Legos for me. And this is the first time I've and I hate being bounded, as you already know, but this is a place that provides a foundation. And
but
that's what I feel.
It's having a place that gives you grounding and a foundation. It actually creates freedom for you.
That's it.
So that's
it, man.
Right?
That's it.
And that's the importance of those little things like accountability, those little things like structure, those little things, the tools that we gain to measure our success. Because how do you know you're successful if you're not measuring it?
Boom.
Right?
That's it.
Have you guys done? We just made the leadership team transition. So you guys, you're brand new president, 1 week in. Have you guys had goal planning yet?
Not yet, and that's October 16th.
Okay, so they're going to be coming in with goal planning, and all of our chapters every October and every April go through a process we call goal planning.
Yes,
and that's where we figure out what the chapter wants to do, how they want to grow, what direction they want to grow in, whether it's members, monetary, participation, relational, all these different things, and then we put in place the tools to be able to make sure that you're successful in it.
Right.
And one of the things that you just said is in that blueprint, I love that term, never even thought about it that way, but in that blueprint, we're giving you the directions on how to be successful.
Yes. And not only just for BNI, I feel that this structural foundation and blueprint allows me to be very successful in my business alone.
So what you're learning in BNI, you could walk out the proverbial door, walk into the door of your own business and apply those same tools.
Exactly. The principles apply. And I, first and foremost, beyond my my business as a videographer, I'm actually a salesperson. And so doing sales doesn't mean you sell to people. It's about building relationships and finding places where I can provide solutions. And BNI sets me up constantly in a weekly rhythm to be able to tap into new relationships or relationships that I have and strengthen them, and also find ways I could help others.
That's awesome.
That is straightforward thanks to BNI.
So what are some of the things? So, if we're looking into the camera and we're talking to those individuals who are on the fence or thinking about, does BNI work? Could I work in BNI? When you came in, when you were invited by Jim Lowther, when you came in to kind of visit and experience the chat, or no, you weren't, was it Jim Lowther that invited you?
Yeah.
It was Jim. Yeah. Right. What are you a natural networker? Is it something that you did, or is it something that?
Well, yes, I'm a natural networker. However, if I was to share it with folks who are on the fence, and actually I have a story with which I think we were talking about previously. So I had a really good friend of mine. She owns a video production company out in Temecula, and 10 years ago, before you, or 11, 12 years ago, before you stepped in as the main.
The executive director,
of BNI San Diego, she was part of BNI San Diego. But when I asked her after my newfound excitement and just my activities, I was like, "Hey, why aren't you in BNI?" Well, I could do this stuff outside of BNI, but my immediate response internally and then verbally was that, at BNI I have a natural filter. It's a nice distillation of the right candidates, the right team members. And I do believe that your success is constituted to the people that you surround yourself with.
Absolutely.
And BNI has people that not only can inspire you, they can motivate you, and you can team up to build things. I actually have a GPS business that I've started with a friend of mine within my chapter, and we're, as soon as that takes off, I'd like to possibly, put concentration and focus into that. But the main thing is that the opportunities are boundless. But back to the people who are on the fence, it's one of those no-brainer things where you're buying yourself a seat where you get to showcase your business every single week. You're consistent to be able to do that. And people, depending on how big your chapter is, if you have 30 plus people, that's 30 plus people that see your business and can extend themselves within their network about your business. And you could do the same for them. And for anybody even just visiting, and if the chapter doesn't have a seat, you come in, that is an opportunity. It's a gold mine. It's a goose egg, golden goose.
There's nothing like walking into a room where every week you're walking into a room full of like-minded people.
Yeah.
We have core values like positivity, right? You walk into a room and people are energized and ready to network with one another. Where would you get that on a regular basis, if not in your BNI chapter?
I'm glad you brought that up, because literally I always look forward to my meetings or even visiting other chapters, because right there, especially if you have your meetings in the morning, is such a energizer. It kicks off your day because you feel productive right away. Yeah. You've gotten the hardest part done, because I have this thing. So with a lot of the people I do sales with, we're always talking about what is the number one thing you did today that is a revenue generator.
Yep.
And it's talking about your business and how do you get people to know about your business. Well, BNI does that. And if you're doing that at 7 a.m, you've already taken the hardest part out of the day. And to do that weekly, it multiplies.
And do you find yourself building new skill sets?
Yes, I do find myself building new skill sets. I was already familiar with public speaking, but being there talking about a business with people who are sharp in their game, that sharpens me to be a better public speaker. And not only that, to be organized. And Ed, shout outs to you and your team for creating a organized system for all of us in the leadership team or just people as a BNI member. I come in, I don't have to worry about jack squat. I come in, everything's
follow
set,
the recipe.
And it works. And the thing
follow
is,
the blueprint or the term that you used earlier.
Right.
Follow the blueprint.
And we just add our own flavor to it. And, for me, I'd like to come in, bring in some extra juice. Grand rising, everybody. Welcome to BNI Growth Unlimited. And the thing is, it's because I'm really passionate about it. And literally, I grew up with skateboarders and surfers, and it was always about like being cool, right? And BNI was one of the first things, like first organizations where I was just like, holy moly, this is a thing. Like, I feel like I'm at home. People have backstories. They were, they did their thing and they found a nice home. And it's a place that sets you up to win. Everybody in there I know has my back, and I feel the same way. Like, I want to get your back. And it doesn't matter if you're in a different chapter. You're part of BNI, I got your back.
That's the giver's game mentality, right?
And that's exactly it. Shout out to the mentality we all carry, giver's game.
Yeah, it's our core values. It's who we are 100%. As an organization.
Yeah.
So
we can go for days, but I'll let you go.
No, I love your energy.
Thanks.
Excuse me, is infectious.
Thank you.
And that's what you get when you go into a BNI chapter. Yeah. Is you, like you said, you come out energized. You're ready to conquer the day because you've been in a room with like-minded people that, as you said, have your back because you have their back.
Yeah.
Right. And it's giver's gain. You give referrals to someone. Your expectation is not to get referrals from them. You just come in to give. It's going to come from somewhere.
Exactly. And that's one of the things that me having the opportunity to be able to serve as president, it shows that the chapter has given me so much in the shortest amount of time. And I didn't expect that. And because of that, I thought, man, this is a great way to give back. And not only that, I can inspire people who are uncertain about where they're at with their business. And if they need a foundation and they want to get better in their business, whether it's personally or within the business structure itself, BNI is the place to be. And he does not, there's no gun, on the side. There's no
haven't paid you here.
Yeah, nothing, but I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. And BNI has changed my life and my business and for the better. And it's continuing to grow.
Well, and you're in a room full of amazing people.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got that chapter we launched, I think, right about 10 years ago. So they're coming up on their 10th anniversary.
Way to go.
And it's built full of warriors, individuals who are excited to be there, excited to grow their business, excited to help other people grow their business.
Right.
And then inviting more people in to be a part of the team. It's a win-win-win-win-win.
Oh yeah. It doesn't stop there. And one of the best things is that, as far as the environment goes, it's a culture that naturally continues to feed itself, and everybody that comes in, even if they were just visitors, they always gain something from just being there.
What's one thing that you've really, was there in this time that you've been involved in BNI, have you had an aha moment or a kind of a,
I'm glad you asked this question, man. There has been, actually there's a few, right now, if I could recall specifically, the aha moment was,
from Gavin Ha, the aha moment.
Here we go. Right. The Gavin Ha moment here. Actually, work with me here. Cause the thing is, I think there's multiple.
Sometimes there's like so many things to think about. It's hard to just grasp one.
I think it would be from authentic place. Let's just grasp onto that. My biggest thing from being a videographer, when I work with my clients, I always approach authenticity.
Yep.
And I feel that at BNI, I can be my authentic self and win tenfold. And that was one of the aha moments that came about for me, which was all of us in the chapters, most of the one-to-ones that we do, a lot of conversations when we go through the bio sheets.
Yep.
It all comes to the same, because there's a one line that asks, was your dream goal? Or I don't know. I'm paraphrasing here. But a majority of people want freedom, prosperity for their family, and to live out their dreams. And when you're in a room full of people that have a similar trajectory of trying to just get, I'll just explicitly share. A lot of people that I've met want to have their own piece of land, building sustainability, grow a garden. And me, that was something that I had in common with a lot of these one-to-ones I had. And when you're in a place with people that have the same trajectory as you, it became where BNI looked like this one major unit aiming for that same goal. Yep. And what better way to do it than to be at BNI contributing but let me pull back for a second. If we contribute to BNI, we're giving back to ourselves. That was kind of the aha moment. So being authentic, leading to give at your chapter allows you to give back to yourself.
Absolutely. I think it's the gentleman's name is Charlie Tremendous Jones, gave a quote many, many years ago that you will become the sum of the books that you read and the people that you associate with.
Boom.
And that's what you're talking about, right?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
You're coming into a room full of people that are like-minded, that have the same givers gain mentality, that are there to support one another, that are there to encourage, people that are new into the room. Yeah. We engulf them. We talked about that earlier. When new people come in, we just want to engulf them and bring them into the family, and we all get to grow together.
Yeah. And it's exciting. The opportunities that come about from not just your chapter alone. If you go through the whole network of BNI, just going through the training sessions that we have,
member success program
trainings, like that, we're getting sales reminders of VCP, visibility, credibility, and profitability. And those things apply back to our business. So it's a no-brainer.
So I would say that you're good on BNI.
I'm good on BNI. I'm looking for more opportunities here.
So Gavin, as we come to a close, I want you to and it's one thing that I always ask all of our guests.
Sure.
If I want you to talk to that into the camera, to that potential member, someone on the fence, what do you want to leave with our audience from your experience to BNI? What do you want to leave with our audience today?
I definitely say, don't hesitate. Give yourself an opportunity of possibilities that you didn't think were there, because that's what happened to me. This could be a handshake with a person that could be potentially your business partner, and that's what happened to me. So if you're giving yourself an opportunity to try out BNI, or even just to be there, you might just have build a new friendship. Because we're willing to give. We're not expecting to be here, but if you join us, we will give.
I love that. If you join us, we will give. That well said.
Thank you.
Gavin, thank you for taking some time. I know out of your very busy schedule. Thank you for taking some time with us and getting to hang out, share your story. I look forward to having you back again.
Thank you.
Because as you evolved, that story is just going to get bigger and bigger.
This is exciting. It's been a pleasure to be here. And it was so cool when you asked, you're like, hey, you want to be on the podcast? Sign me up. I'm here. So I appreciate it, man.
I love hearing people's stories. Thank you for joining us.
Likewise.
And for our audience, to you as well, for our BNI members, for those that are out there listening, if you have a BNI story, we want to hear it. We want to know how BNI has really impacted your trajectory, your business, your life. Feel free to reach out, and don't forget to subscribe and share. If you know this podcast or any one of our podcasts can resonate with someone, feel free to share it with them and or your chapter. And we look forward to having you back with us next week with another amazing guest. Thank you for joining us today.
This episode of the BNI San Diego podcast has been brought to you by Cruise Productions, a San Diego-based video production company and proud BNI member. You can find us at the intersection where business and creativity meet, or online at cruiseproductionsinc.com.